Hello there, Internet. Thank you so much for joining me in this secondary press workout here. So this is the third go around of me using my new Nemesis bar, and I do believe that I've finally gotten the hang of it because it felt really great this time. I started with 75 pounds. I did a set of 7. Then I moved on to 77 pounds. I got a set of 5. Definitely think I could have gotten a set of 6, but I'll save that for next time. The last set I did 64 pounds, and I think I got a set of 11. It's kind of just that one where you just felt like, I think I could just do this forever. I could do this all day. It felt really great. Now, it either could be one, it could be the fact that I'm finally getting used to this bar, or 2, it could be the fact that I had kind of a cheat meal with my son making me some barbecue. But overall, the meal was pretty healthy anyway. I think it could have been my mom's brownie. So super brownie press power. I'm going to contribute this amazing session to the brownies. I also did just regular flat dumbbell press. I hadn't really had that in my routine very much, and I really enjoyed it. So I did 35 pounds. I do forget the reps though. The second set I did 40 pounds, and I think I got a set of 9. I also supersetted my Viking press with, well, I guess triset. I trisetted my Viking press with lateral raises and 10 and 2 raises, and I thought that went fantastic. Did my regular cable rear delt fly, and I don't know, maybe something else I might be forgetting. Triceps I definitely did at the end. It was a fantastic session, and it reminded me that normally my normal place is to be excited and to be feeling exactly like I did in this session. However, I have not been feeling that way, and I forgot about it until this session reminded me, hey, this is how I usually feel. I haven't felt like this in quite a while. And I woke up like that. I woke up like, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this session because I had already had quite a few workouts in a row. But I woke up, I was like, no, I really want to lift. I'm excited to lift. And it's like, and then the session was fantastic. I felt really strong. I was just really enjoying myself. And then it dawned on me, whoa, I don't feel this way very often. This is who we used to be, Jen. What's going on? I guess it was kind of eye-opening. I miss this being my norm. It certainly makes the workouts more fun. I've been waking up just like, ugh, here we go again, get up, lift, repeat, whatever. And you forget sometimes that normally you're just excited, and it doesn't even matter. I'm equally as excited. It's not like it's just one particular kind of workout during the week. It's, yay, it's leg day, yay, it's back day. That's just the Jen that I was. In recent memory, that's the Jen that I was, and the Jen that seems to have gotten lost. And but I guess, if you've watched some of my most recent videos, you could have probably already pointed that out to me, that I'm not myself. I am not myself right now. I am dealing with quite a bit of fatigue, and just, I don't know, just lost a little bit of that zest, that excitement. I used to just feel excited about every freaking thing. Very basic things, just, my PJs matching my socks. Yay! Ah! Like, oh my god, tomorrow I'm doing these exercises, blah, and I'm gonna wear this outfit, blah, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this simple thing, and then I'm excited for this thing, and like, just always feeling this energy because I'm anticipating things, and I get excited and happy about very minor things, and it's just kind of lost to me. And but I guess it just goes with, the theme of sort of what I was talking about in the last video. This may be my last upload for the month of May. I may get a second win and then toss out one more. So I don't know if this is going to be the last or if it's going to be the second to last. I guess I will say my brief goodbyes if this is going to be the last one for a little while, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, what have you. Then I miss you guys. I'll miss you guys. Thanks. If you decide to stick around and wait for me, then just know that I really, really greatly appreciate you. If this is not going to be my last video, then I'll just repeat that and say this again. But anyway, I guess I also too am thinking about when I go on my trip. There's obviously some things that I would love to show you guys, and so maybe that will be a good time to come back. just being excited to share with you some things if I actually saw whales on the whale watching trip. It's like that line from Jurassic Park. Hello, hello. There are actually dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour. They promised me a 95% chance of seeing whales, so if that does happen, hopefully I will have one minor video to share that with you guys, and maybe some of the food and just some of the beautiful sunsets and things that I might be experiencing. Just a travel vlog, if you will. I really had in the back of my mind that I would love to do that, and so I would expect, given that it is like, what's my trip? I think my trip is like 26 days away now. Holy shit, you guys. My trip is only 26 days away. I would expect that I will certainly feel a little bit more rambunctious and rowdy and filled with life, that I will enjoy just making that video, and that I don't consider it anything at all draining. I just envision myself being somebody that's more energetic, because I know at some point I'm going to get back to my old self. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm going to increase my carbs, because it's amazing to me that eating a couple of brownies all of a sudden makes me feel like a new person. That's a pretty good indication that carbs are maybe missing. And I when I actually take stock of my diet, I do realize that maybe I don't eat that many carbs, or far less than I used to. And I mean, people have asked me about my daily diet and that sort of thing, and I realized just slowly, little bits over time, it has changed, and it was never intentional, because I'm not a low carb person, and I never will be. I function so much better on high carb diets, just like thyroid wise, hormone wise, mood wise, everything, performance wise. I'm a girl that needs carbs, and so I would never intentionally cut them out. It just slowly happened. With my breakfast, I eat 4 eggs for breakfast and 4 pieces of toast. I was eating Ezekiel bread, and then at random, because lots of times the store didn't have the bread I wanted, I tried a different bread, and I really, really liked how it tasted, and it's a low carb bread. I wouldn't intentionally seek out a low carb bread for any apparent reason, but I started buying that one just because I thought it was delicious. It's just a very unique tasting bread, and for whatever reason, like, I crave it. I love it. So there we go. It actually is a pretty low carb bread. I swapped my Ezekiel bread, which is a regular carb amount, for a low carb bread. Also at lunch, I used to have thick rice cakes, and now I have really thin rice cakes, because I just like the texture, because I have it with canned salmon. Canned salmon, spinach, and rice cakes is my lunch, but now I have very, very thin rice cakes. I swapped that out, but it wasn't an intentional thing. And then I stopped doing my own meal prep and started ordering a meal prep service, because I was spending all my free moments in the kitchen, and it was exhausting me, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to spend my whole life every weekend in the kitchen. Ordered a meal prep service, and I don't like the way their rice tastes, so I'm ordering a lot of their meals with potatoes and stuff. It's definitely lower carb. I used to have big portions, massive portions of rice at supper with my chicken thighs, or large amounts of, gluten-free bean pasta or whatever that I like there, and I'm just not having that as much. I'll still do that sort of thing on the weekend, but now my work week is much less than it was, but it was never the plan, because I wasn't ever thinking I wanted to lose weight, and I don't even really think I have, but I'm just all of a sudden, I'm not losing weight, I'm not getting leaner, but all of a sudden, like, my energy has gone to the shits. So, I don't know, it's just all of a sudden, like, wait a second, like, this is kind of low, in terms of the carbs, and, just compared to what I was doing, maybe not compared to just in terms of standards or whatever, in general, just saying it's low, obviously no, for me, it's less, and I think it's impacting me. If that's all it is, that's a pretty easy fix, and I hope that that's all it is. I don't know what else it might be. I do know that I'm also having troubles just standing. I have a sit-stand desk. Most of my life, I have stood all day at work, and that has been normal for me. Even when I have the option to sit, I would typically just stand all day. When I at a previous job, the office I made for myself when working from home, I did not even have a chair, and I would stand all day, and I'm not handling that very well. I find that my heart starts beating really, really fast when I'm just standing up. I'm like hyperventilating, or I feel like I'm getting anxiety. My heart just starts pounding, and then I feel almost like blood pooling in my legs. like I told you guys, I just feel like overwhelming like fatigue in my legs. I don't know if that's what it is. It seems more like a circulation thing. So I don't know exactly what that is. Um, I got some support stockings to maybe help with the circulation. Like they have a gradient, a pressure gradient. It's pretty low because I'm not anything extreme. I'm thinking maybe that'll help because I don't like sitting all day at work. It makes me feel squirmy. I just want to get up and like jog around or whatever, but I don't feel comfortable standing like I used to. And that's just what would prefer to have a healthy mixture of hour to hour or whatever, but the second I switch to standing, all of a sudden I feel like I'm having a panic attack because my heart starts beating way too fast. And so that's again, I don't know exactly what all these things are. I just know that I'm not my best self right now, and I would really like to go back to being somebody that's just excited about things and that has energy and that could stand for a couple hours and then forget that I'm even standing because that's just how I used to be. So I think it's just too many things I think that are alerting me to the fact that there needs to be some healthy changes thrown in the mix. And healthy changes could be cutting back on things, like I've mentioned, spacing out my leg days a little more to have 4 days in between leg days instead of 2 or 3. Healthy things like that. Like forcing myself to do that. It's like it's so hard. It is so hard to force myself to cut back on lifting. I try. I have the best intentions. I say that I'm gonna do this, and then I just naturally wake up anyway. I'm like, no, I want to do it. Like, it's just it's who I am. I think it's just what else would I fucking do? Sorry, I swore. I shouldn't have sworn. What else would I do at 4:40 in the morning and not come to this beautiful place that is a great place to be? I don't want to just stay around in bed. So it's hard to make changes, but I think it will be for the best if I just adjust it to consistently having no more than 4 sessions per week, adequate rest in between all of the sessions, maybe more rest than I have experienced in the past, and increasing carbs, and just listening to myself instead of ignoring it because it's too scary to change things when I'm in such a strict routine, and that I have these things matter to me. Doing these workouts, it matters to me, but feeling awful and changing and getting rid of feeling awful also matters to me. I said that sentence way more awkwardly than I needed to. But anyways, thanks for being here, everybody. Bye.